Hello and welcome to the Cafe Nightly Show. I'm your host, the Goldsmith. It is the 23rd of December, 2024. It does happen to be a Monday, and we are running into the end of the year 2024. We are running into the holiday season. We've got a couple holidays right around the corners, a couple more right around the corner as well. With the reality that we have a lot that Upland snuck in at the end of the year. So we do have the holiday shopping galore, which is a couple sales that we'll get into those. We have the Wonderland Decor winners announced today, and it's kind of a fun one to look at. A, because there was a lot of effort that went into it. You can see what the winners' designs look like, and B, because again, it was this use case's value of decorating with this kind of piece along the way that we're likely to see something like it get repeated season after season. The road trip is on and Upland right now. We'll get into some of the details. Reminder that tomorrow is Park City, Utah, releasing the game of Upland. So reminder on that as well. And then finally, we have a couple ongoing events that are going on right now. Which is the Santa's Ledger's ongoing currently, and reminders on that. Excuse me, as well as the fact that we are at the very end of the year here. We've had a couple events, and including have a sale on even on Christmas the 25th. So we'll get into all of that. I will get a disclaimer out of the way, and then finally, before we get into the disclaimer, I do want to thank everybody who was able to participate on Saturday. Maybe partially my voice is still out a little bit from a Saturday, but we were able to do. I think we had 300 plus concurrent viewers for the holiday extravaganza, the ultimate Upland holiday extravaganza, whatever we call it this year. It was the fourth time we had done this. Myself and Uplando, there were sponsors, there were people who gave things away from Meta Ventures, there were people who participated, participated along the way. There was a guest we didn't have on. We were lucky enough to have X1 and Hele from Upland come on and talk about the year in Upland, give some hints about what's coming up the next year, talk about some of the things to watch out for right now, this time of year, what's going on with the current events. So it was a lot of fun to be able to have that opportunity. We did have a lot of games we were able to play. So we had a lot of fun, but we do want to thank everybody who was involved, from those who were viewing and participating, those who won prizes, congratulations. Those who donated things, congratulations. On, again, hopefully, an outpouring of support, which we did see, but also thank you so much, because it was one of those events that we can't do without people being willing to, put up assets, to, sponsor the program itself, to be able to do some of the programs and events that we were able to run. And ultimately, it is a great opportunity for people to discover and see new meta ventures and new assets and new UGC, and get a better feel for some of the events that are going on in Upland, which includes, in some cases, meta ventures and layer 2 projects that are tied to the ecosystem. Swarley, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So that it is a congratulations. It is a thank you. It is a let's do this again in the not so distant future, getting together and celebrating. And I'm sure we'll do it again next year, 5th annual Christmas or holiday celebration. We have another celebration coming up this coming Friday. Sorry, keep saying Saturday. Friday the 27th. That is Too Stupid to Wins. That he is going to be running that at 8 p.m. Eastern. He'll get more details on it. It's his show, not mine, but very much looking forward to that as well. It is fun to celebrate the holiday season. It gives a chance to reflect back on the year that has already happened, look forward on the year to come, and just have a lot of fun. And I think we have the same thing, or we see the same thing from the event Too Stupid is running, which includes, giveaways and a lot of events and participation as well. So we'll get in there. We'll see how it's going. We'll have a lot of fun there as well. But for tonight, let's get through the disclaimer. All views and opinions expressed by myself, mine and mine alone, should not be taken as game strategy or financial advice. They don't represent the game or the team of Upland. All views and opinions of guests who we do have on, contributors, they have their own opinions. So welcome to them. Should be taken as game strategy or financial advice. Don't represent myself, the Goldsmith, the Cafe Nightly Show, or the game or the team of Upland. Let's get into it. So a lot of announcements today. A lot of announcements that are kind of fun to take a look at. The the majority of them are about events that we already knew about and things that are ongoing. We do have a reminder, or again, this is a self reminder of the plaza of the release of Park City tomorrow. So that is something we want to keep our eyes out and watch out for. But ultimately, we also do want to see. We also do want to see that we have a couple other announcements that are a little more pertinent to getting kicked off tomorrow. The first one that we know about and we've kind of seen the start of is the road trip. Reminder on the road trip. Obviously, it did get kicked off today, 9 a.m. PT. The reality is this is something that you want to participate in, get into early. It is something that is going to there you go. They can't multitask racing and watching. Fair enough, understands probably. This is something that we knew was going to take place over time. You did have to kind of get into it and start it early, but it is something that is going to continue to run until we have a winner. And as of right now, we do see an update, and we have a chance to go and take a little bit of a look at what's going on with the races. So let's take a look at that. Reminder again, this started 9 a.m. PT today. This idea was you do have to travel from Miami to Las Vegas. You're using your car. We know that there is a duration of time it takes for any car to get from one to the other, but you have to stop and charge along the way. That's part of the event. That's part of the challenge. You have to stop in either New Orleans or in Nashville to purchase something at a meta venture and then keep going. So there is a challenge along the way. There is a reason to participate. And again, that is the prizes at the end, but ultimately it is for the fun as well. We do see a number of people on the list. Again, Target City, where people are still traveling, who have gone and made purchases along the way, and they're continuing to travel. Target City is the last city that they've been in. There's a question of whether or not there's been a purchase yet. Let's take a look. So if we take a look down the list, you can see that we have the current ride, where people are at what time, where they're headed to what city. And of course, we can see whether or not they had checked off along the way to make that purchase. And we can see it on the list all the way down the list. Oh my gosh, we've got quite a list out here. We don't have those places that we often have listed. And again, it looks like we have a little bit of excuse me, of direct competition where everyone is about the same, similar places along the way. Which is something to watch out. Wait for the winners to get announced officially. But this is another one of those things that I would love to see it become a tradition. I'd love to see it get done the same way every year. We do know with these competitions, ultimately, it is a little bit about luck, but it's about energy and time and what you can put into it as well. So everybody who's participating, keep in mind, keep it up, keep going, and good luck to everybody who's still participating, trying to win out the top 5 of the I'm going to call it a cannonball run, but it is the holiday road trip, is as Upland calls it, and looking forward to seeing the winners there. Wonderland 2024 contest winners announced. Again, top 25 winners available here, so you can see if you were one of the top 25 winners. Again, this is something that was a voted contest, so keep that in mind. But congratulations to all the winners. We are going to take a look at some of those top winners as well, what their properties look like, what their decorations look like. But again, congratulations to all of our winners. A lot of names up on the top of that list that we've already seen, and we've seen some incredible things from those ornaments and so from the decorations. So congratulations to all those involved. Congratulations to top 25 winners. And let's take a little closer look of what the winning designs look like. Let's take a closer look at the incredible properties for our top 3 winners: Shacklin, Wamawa, and at Lily Fields. Shacklin and at Lily Fields, well-known entities by me anyways. Wamawa, not one I'm as familiar with, but congratulations to all 3, first, second, and third place. Players showcase exceptional creativity and design, earning them a model home pin and a badge as the best in Upland. Again, this is a pin that's on the property that says this is a very special property because this property won a contest. They do have to keep ornamentation up. They do have to keep decor up on that property, keep that pin long term. But it is really cool to earn those pins. We haven't seen anything like this earned for quite a while. So it's very cool, a very cool distinction to earn along the way. The properties are masterpieces of holiday charm and Wonderland style. Snowmen and holiday gnomes surround a striking spiral Christmas tree center. Again, this is by Shacklin, first place. Gifts are scattered around the lawn while gingerbread men stand as festive sentinels. It's a true winter wonderland. So we take a look, and there's a number of images of this. This is one image of that property. Here's another view there. Here's another view here. And there's another view here. And as we talked about this concept of, how large of a property UP2 is necessary to win, this is a 122 UP2 property. So it doesn't take the biggest property in Upland to win this contest, but this is very dense. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of decor items that are on the property, map assets on the property. And those map assets, the outdoor decor, it was tastefully placed. There is a variety of different UGC content creators, which I really appreciate. You can see that there are pieces that are represent and do tell different stories. They have different art designs, but they all work together. So I really appreciate the work and the layout here, and the idea that you build and composite all the things that are available from multiple meta ventures and try to make a cohesive design. And we do see from second place winner Wamawa a little different design strategy, kind of similar blend and a mix between UGC as well as Upland Official. Map assets, we see that the design is important here, but again, doesn't take the largest property in the game to be a winner. A centerpiece rooftop jumbo townhouse sets the tone with its vibrant holiday palette, unifying the property, enclosed by elegant Quailwood Manor fencing. The property exudes sophistication. Santa, gnomes, and snowmen at cheer, while gold Christmas trees with nativity scenes bring a touch of grace and tradition. Let's take a look. Again, you don't need the largest property in Upland. This is a 49 UP2 property. To get to the top of the leaderboard, you did have to have a number of map assets on that property to get that placement, but it was judged. So how well it was organized, the story it told, the type of assets you chose to put in that property, that all mattered. And you do see a smaller property, 49 UP2 is the winner here. And we have to get a couple different angles to really kind of appreciate what was done here. First and foremost, we do see that there was a chance to, fill that property up with every single map asset you possibly could. It looks like they exercised a little bit of restraint, dressed up here with a little bit of fence over here on the outskirts of the property. We do see the gnomes, how they're aligned, and we do have a little bit of an order to the property. And again, we do see that mix of different assets from different UGC content creators, which is kind of fun. We do see some classic nativity with some trees, and then we do even see mixes in with the Upland's official gnomes that they had previously, the UNICEF gnomes. And then I see assets that were made by multiple UGC content creators, kind of a blend, again, building a story out with a blend from multiple meta ventures, supporting meta ventures along the way, but also a unified picture with different types of designs and designs with different styles. Third place, Lily Field, boasting the most number of map assets. Again, leaderboard, lots of assets help. Big property lets you tell a big story, but it doesn't guarantee the win. Congratulations, Lily. Boasting the most number of map assets in the entire contest, that puts you at the top of that leaderboard. This property is a dazzling showcase of holiday extravagance. Each detail shines, from Christmas stars to intricate decorations that capture the spirit of the season. This property is a stunning example of creativity and grandeur. Take a look. We can see that there's a lot going on. And again, you don't have to, and you wouldn't have had to when you really get into it, had every map asset on that property be a Christmas map asset or a holiday themed map asset. And that's the case here. Many of these map assets are not directly tied to the holidays. Some of them are. We do see the Merry Christmas over here. We see a Santa over here. But we also see there's a lot of construction assets here. There's a lot of assets that are things like wheelbarrows. And we see, I know they're called witch hats, some parts of the world, also known as construction cones here. We have pavers over here. We do have gingerbread here, obviously highlighting the season. But ultimately, it is the way they're arranged that really tells that holiday story. And that's what we see in many parts of this property. We made a star out of non-holiday or non-Wonderland themed assets. We see that we have over here a greater, larger design, but then we also have these snowmen here, this Christmas tree here. We do have assets that are of the holiday season, of the Wonderland season. Excuse me, to kind of introduce or bring that concept of, yes, this is a large decoration, the large structure, composite, but we're bringing in those Wonderland Wonderland season decoration decor items directly in here as well. A hugs congratulations to all. It said, oh, sorry, huge. Wow. See what happens when you're sick and you try to read. A huge congratulations to all the winners and participants. This contest highlights the talent of all of the content creators and the Upland designers. And again, the people who take those designs and take those UGC items and put them together. But again, the UGC items themselves, we see a lot of different UGC items featured in these two designs. We saw a lot of other UGC Wonderland season ornaments and decorations featured on other people's assets. So it's really nice that we had the opportunity to see this all come together. I know the other thing that we can take as a takeaway here is there's a lot of variety out there. If you saw anything that was on someone's property that you liked, keep in mind that a lot of these are available at your friendly MetaVenture. So take a look, see what's out there. It is time, or time is still there, I should say, to celebrate the holiday season, the Wonderland season. Pick up some map assets for your property, get them up, put them up, and keep in mind that this is something that does still have splash-on effects. When we talk about the Santa's Ledger, you could go and buy things in USD, and it's counting towards a contest that's ongoing. The decor contest is over for the year, but it's still Wonderland season. You can still decorate, and you can still celebrate the season as we do go to the end of the season, which is the 15th of January. Stay tuned for the full top 25 list. We can't wait to share even more incredible designs. And again, the top 25 list we already saw. Top 25 list kind of, it says those who participated, either yes, you won, or no, you didn't. I always like when we have those opportunities to get these lists out as soon as possible, because it means that you don't have to sit there and wait 4 weeks and say, hey, did I win? Did I not? Maybe you get the Block Explorer, and that's what tells you whether or not you won. But ultimately, it's a lot nicer to see that all put in one list, search that list. Is your name on it? Is it not? And in this case, same thing here. The top 3 winners, Shaktalin, Wamawa, and Lilyfield's top 3. We do see those listed here, but then we see everybody else for the top 25 on the list. So congratulations to everybody on that list one more time. It's great that you were able to put these map assets together. And again, it's a highlight. It's a highlight of the UGC content creators putting those assets together. Use these properties, or if you had seen these properties, use the properties and the assets on it as a guide. What might be available for you as you look at continuing to decorate for the holiday season. Again, the top 25 did get this Block Explorer. We know that the top 3 also get that pin, and they get a badge as well. The holiday road trip, again, we had a couple updates today. We had one early in the day. We had a second once people were making purchases, so we did have updates. And again, the holiday road trip was intended to be a race from Miami to Las Vegas. We know that you have to stop multiple times along the way and recharge the car. So this is not something that was going to happen in a 2 or 3 hour span. I argued that if you weren't going to be able to start in the first 2 or 3 hours, like I was working today, caught up and then knew I had meetings, I probably wasn't going to start the race at all, because I knew that the winners were probably going to be people who could start in the, right off, right as soon as they could. But you have to continue to participate. This is not something that happened in 1 or 2 participations or 1 or 2 actions with the game of Upland. You have to continue to participate and act throughout the day. Anybody who is competitive at this time has to keep putting the effort in. the Cannonball Run, and I refuse to call it anything. Oh, well, thank you, Swarley. Yeah, Cannonball Run, I like it. The holiday Cannonball Run is a fun way to put it. But yes, it is kind of fun that Upland is doing this. I hope they do it every year. I hope this is something that is a continuous opportunity for people to explore and learn more about the cities that are there. I know they did not have any real cultural ties as you're going through the cities, but it'd be cool to add that piece to it in the future. Again, congratulations, Lily and Shaq in Wamawa coming from Swarley. So good to see that. And if we can continue to see the way this gets featured for racing, this is kind of a more of a fun way to race. We've talked about racing in Upland. People learn the tracks. That's kind of the niche. You got to know the track you're racing in order to really be competitive. If you're racing against somebody who knows the track and you don't, they know what lane to be in when, how to take each corner, they're probably going to beat you if you have the same cars, more than likely. However, with this Cannonball Run, it's a different strategy every time. You're going from one city to another. You're having to choose your own car. Maybe your choice is a better choice than somebody else's, even if they chose a 1R. They have to charge their car more often. Maybe their charge cycle takes longer. Depending on how you plan your route, you may still win with a lower efficiency car or not as fast of a car, depending on how the charge cycles go, depending on how you're participating and your choices along the way. And of course, when it comes down to it, you have to be able to get back in the game and log in. And when your car's charged, now it's time for you to travel to the next city. That's something that doesn't happen. Like I said, it doesn't happen in an hour or two. It's something that's taking place over time. And I would love to see it be repeated. I personally did not participate due to my schedule today. I wouldn't have had chances to get started within the first few hours of the contest, but it sounds like it's a lot of fun. It sounds like it's my idea of what racing should be in the game of Upland, where you do have inputs. It takes place over time. You win by strategy, or you can win by strategy as much as by having the right asset. So that's a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing the winners announced and congratulating them as well. We did have a sale. We do have to talk about every sale when we have them. Those who want to participate, just let you know the details. A reminder on the holiday shopping galore. There are benefits to continuing to buy in USD as the Ledger contest is still ongoing. We'll remind ourselves about that real quick. Not too much effort, but definitely worth touching off on. Notes here. We've got some more fantastic festive goodies for you to round out the holiday season. A great selection of BEs and carts to offer. Again, this is Upland's language, not mine, this time around, giving you the chance to increase your collector score and show off with Star. We are continuing to run collector score through January 15th. The more you own, the higher your collector score. Stuff that is more limited, that there's a lower circulation of, the better the points that might have. The older it is, the better the points that may have. If you have a low mint number, it may have additional points as well. Check out all the details here for the sales that are open in the next couple of days and the registrations, including one that begins tomorrow. Let's take a look. With the Block Explorer bundles, add some holiday magic to your collection. With the Wonderland Elves Block Explorers, each purchase sweetens the deal by including 30,000 UPIX, plus the exclusive Block Explorers contribute to both your seasonal and your overall collector scores. These are rewarding as they are charming. Okay, this is a sweetener sale. We have them quite often. You buy UPIX for USD. You get the amount of UPIX, 1,000 UPIX times the amount of USD you pay, and you get a Block Explorer as a sweetener. Upland calls it the other way around, that the UPIX is a sweetener. Ultimately, you buy an UPIX, you get a Block Explorer as a sweetener. And the way they set the price point changes. Sometimes it's a $30, sometimes it's a $50, sometimes it's a lower amount. In this case, it's $30, $30 USD. You get 30,000 UPIX, so you get one of these Block Explorers. What Upland tries to do is the higher the price point, the rarer the Block Explorer. There are 5 separate Block Explorers. Each of them only has 30 mints of each. So we kind of see this as you don't know which of these Block Explorers you're getting. Regardless of which one you get, it is going to be a 1 of 30 mint, which Upland sees as relatively rare. So $30 USD for 30,000 UPIX and a 1 of 30 mint of a Block Explorer. One of these 5 designs. 5 designs are Blinky Bell Sparkle Steps, Pixie Puff, Twinkle Toes, and Sugar Shock. Again, and the price point on these, we've seen some of these be lower when you have the USD participation, the amount of UPX you get, similar circulation overall, Block Explorer. But it is up to you. It is something that there are 150 of these available. The blind participation, the blind bundle buy. Some people like it. Again, if there's one that you really like and you don't like three of them, would be kind of fun to be able to pick the one you like most. But ultimately, you get the one you get. There are ways for people to trade, sell, and buy on the secondary market after the sale if there's a particular one you like or don't like. Keep in mind that registration on these usually does get run through, which means you register, you get lucky, you get a spot in line, you find out, come tomorrow or come the day of the actual sale if you're lucky to be able to mint that. If you're not, you may be able to buy on the secondary. Again, one Block Explorer and 30,000 UPX. Registration does start Monday, December 23rd at 9 a.m. PT. The sale is starting tomorrow, Tuesday, the 24th of December, 9 a.m. PT. That's the same time as the start of Park City, so keep that in mind. Mint price is $30, 150 of the bundles available. Again, they're randomized as to what Block Explorer you get. The Wonderland 24 carts. So cart sale, again, exclusive to the season. We have these quite often. We've seen these many times. Keep in mind, this is not a sweetener sale. You are buying an asset for a USD price. Rev up your collections with Wonderland 2024 cards styled in the delightful Wonderland Kawaii theme. I do appreciate that Upwind is carrying this Kawaii theme over time. These exclusive cards bring style, fun, and festive flair to your collection. Each purchase will unlock one of 4 Wonderland cards. Again, this is a randomized bundle. You might like one cart more than the others. You buy the bundle, you get the one you get. Wonderland season cart registration start is Tuesday the 24th of December. Again, that's tomorrow, 9 a.m. PT. And this is that Christmas Day or the first day of Hanukkah sale I mentioned. That is going to be Wednesday, the 25th of December, 9 a.m. PT. If you are over at your parents' house or the kids are opening presents and there's a photo opportunity, and this happens to be during that family moment, I would recommend not pulling your phone out to buy the asset. That's because, there's some things more important than buying a digital asset. That said, this is happening Christmas morning. Maybe it's a Christmas present for yourself. Price is $45. There's 400 of these available. Now I can make my comment now that I've given you the details. This is an escalating price. This is a higher price for a for a cart that we've had in the past. There are 5 of these available. So there are 100 available of the licorice. There's 100 available of Rosie. There's 100 available of Choco. Choco. I'm going to go with Choco instead of Cocoa on that. And Blue Zest is 100 available of those. Notice they have the big kawaii eyes. They all have those big kawaii eyes. And notice they seem like they are broad brush decorations or decorations, broad brush cards. They look like they don't have a ton of detail. They look like they don't necessarily have a lot of the extra, parts and pieces and finishes and touches that we have seen on many UGC cards. Again, what I appreciate about the UGC cards is a lot of the extra effort that has gone into some of those. You've seen the extra details and the trim work that have gone into those. You've seen the details that tells a story about what the car is and how it's being used and what it came from immediately. We saw the cheese cart that was put out by D-Tech, made by D-Tech. It's More Cheese's car. We see a pile of cash in the back, and there's a story to that cart, and we see texturing, and we see the cart looks a little bit like it's cheese, and it's kind of fun, or it's very fun when you're going down and around the track, and you look at it and you say, "Oh my gosh, that truck, that car is different than all the rest. I like it." It is fun when you look at a car that has fenders and it has chrome and you can see exhaust and lights on it. You can see a lot of details, but these don't have that much detail. These don't have as much detail as a lot of the UGC that's out there. Number 2 is this is an escalating price point. $45 is a higher price for cars than we've seen in the past. If this is something you want to participate in, absolutely. Sale is on this coming Wednesday, the 25th of December, 9 a.m. PT. reality, like I said, is these are getting pricey, and there's still UGC cards out there. Maybe higher prices from Upland means that UGC cards sell better at a lower price, or the more people are able to buy them or willing to buy them at the price they are. Maybe the prices go up for the UGC content creators. Who knows? Maybe it's possible, but these seem to be priced way above what the market has been for people buying UGC cards. And again, I will make that argument that some of the UGC cards appear to have more effort, more time, more hours put into the creation of them than these cards here. Some of them are much more common. There's a larger overall mintage of. Some of them have about the same or less. So keep that in mind. And again, buy based on the aesthetics. Don't buy based on, potential resale. I would argue that the price point's high enough here that there's a flooded market with other assets that are probably available at a lower price. But if you want to have this as a particular big-eyed cart traveling around a racetrack, this is your opportunity to do just that. Swarley says that tractor is awesome. Kind of interesting. Blue Rain said it's fun. It's not referring to the race, the Cannonball Run, as I choose to call it. It's a holiday race from Upland. Yes, that's ongoing now. Get the holiday spirit, get into the holiday spirit with the Wonderland, Kauai, Block Explorer, and carts. Make this a season truly unforgettable in Upland. Happy holidays and happy shopping. Again, Upland promised on the USD side with the Santa's Ledger there were going to be more USD sales, and here's some more USD sales. These do count towards your Santa's Ledger, and Santa's Ledger, as a reminder, is a giveaway. In a way, it is a bonus. It is a airdrop. It's an airdrop of Sparklet based on purchases made during a defined period of time. The period of time was the 17th of December, 9 a.m. PT, running through January 1st at 9 a.m. PT. Every USD purchase qualifies you for a portion of a 500,000 Sparklet airdrop. The more you buy, the higher you're on the list. The more you buy, the more Sparklet you may be earning. With a large number of people participating, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person buying a $5 or $10 item during this period of time is necessarily going to earn a large amount of Sparklet, but it means they will be, if they qualify, be earning some. The reality is this is kind of a nice contest in a way. I like the fact that it is not only targeting new purchases, but also purchases on the secondary market. If you're buying assets from another player, you're using USD, that's going to count towards this ledger. If you're buying, and the meta venture, it's going to count towards this ledger. If you're buying properties in USD, it's going to count towards this ledger. This is ultimately an incentivization for people to spend USD in the game of Upland, regardless of where it's being spent, at a time where people are buying presents for themselves and for others, and at a time where people might have gift cards available that might be able to be spent in one way or another, where people who are meta ventures may have had Christmas, may have had Christmas benefits or sold things in their meta venture and be deciding what to do with the Tilia balance that they have. So this is something that does run between now and January 1st. People can continue to participate. And we have to do a reminder. It is a big one. We don't want to miss out on it. Big reminder into Moron Park City, Utah release. First and foremost, travel is open now. You do want to be in the city if you want to participate. We did have a number of individual properties in the city that were already out as jump properties, but we're also seeing the properties that have popped up. We'll take a look at it in layer one Upland that are going to actually be able to be sent properties, the anchor properties. You're going to be able to set your drift from, because those are properties that were sold as part of the pass today. When you do buy the pass, when you do buy the bundle properties, those bundle properties, we get over to Park City. When you do buy those bundle properties, when those are when those are distributed, you see them pop up on the map. Look at all those properties. People purchase these again, purchase ahead, randomize, get distributed property, and now these are all properties where you can use to send drift lines. Once we see property lines for the city come up, you can kind of drift in, head in, glide into areas that you want to purchase or mint. So this is something that's going to happen tomorrow. 3 main reminders. Number one, there's only 5,000 total properties. 2,000 of those properties were reserved for one of 2 bundle sales. The first one was a bundle. Second one was a reservation with a pass. So again, 3,000 mintable properties available tomorrow. That's not a lot of properties. If you want to participate, 9 a.m. PT is the start of the sale. You're going to want to be there with bells on, because they're likely, I should say, no guarantees about mint out, no guarantees about what areas are going to mint out first, but there are going to be areas that are going to mint out relatively quickly. There's speculation about what neighborhoods or what parts of the city might be hitting collection. There's 6 total collections, which isn't a ton, but again, there isn't a ton of properties in the city to begin with. It is a tier 3 city, so definitely worth keeping in mind if you're trying to say, hey, is this a city I want to participate in? Tier 3 city. It is going to be fully minted out, or fully available to mint out when this sale comes out. Keep that in mind. We did see a full sellout today of the bundles. So all of the property bundles that were put out, the randomized bundles, those all sold out today. So those are no longer available tomorrow. Minting will use those properties that were distributed that you can go send to them and set adrift and head into whatever area you want to head into and speculate on. It is a vanilla release, which means we don't know what areas are going to hit collection. So that is kind of part of the speculation, part of the participation there. We do have terminals that will be released after the actual city, the city release. We will have airport terminals in Salt Lake City. We'll have trains from Salt Lake City, Utah airport into Park City. And those travel routes are already open. So if you want to get in. The terminals themselves, those sales happen after the fact. For tonight, we also want to put another thank you out there again. If you participated in the 2024 holiday extravaganza, well, I'm going to call it, but it was the holiday event that we did have happen on Saturday. Again, Upwando put a ton of work into it, worked with a number of sponsors and individuals with Meta Ventures who want to put forward prizes. A lot of prizes were given out. There was a lot of games that were completed. We had X1 and Hele coming on to talk about what's going on in Upland today, what's going on for the next year, some things to watch out for the next year, but ultimately just also sharing holiday well wishes, being part of the community and kind of having that opportunity or taking that opportunity to answer some questions, even some small ones along the way. So really appreciate it. We appreciate X1 and Hele. Appreciate the team for participating. There was plenty of prizes given out. But also it's a great time to just remind ourselves that we are a community and there's lots of people who, you can reach out to and be a part of a community and enjoy time with and play games with. And again, that's ultimately what we're doing. We're playing a game. We're building a community. That's what Upland is. And looking forward to having another one of these shows, not mine, but Two Stupids, this coming Friday the 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So look out for that. If you can participate. That's going to be on YouTube. We will see. That'll be on the UPX podcast YouTube. I believe they'll be streaming it somewhere out of the Plaza in Layer 1 Upland. I know they do also stream on Twitter as well now too. So keep an eye out for that. Get the details if you need them. For more details, you reach out to Stupid or myself. I'll get those out to anybody who wants to know about where to be, when to be. But the UPX podcast stream will be the place to see it, I think, in the easiest way possible on YouTube. Again, 8 p.m. East Coast time, U.S. time, and looking forward to participating, being part of that. More Cheese, the one and only More Cheese, will be participating as a co-host as well. We will have Too Stupid to Win. Excuse me, and Thank Me Later, and other guests along the way. Upland staff participation. So it's going to be a lot of fun and looking forward to seeing that as well. Again, another opportunity for prizes to be given out from Meta Ventures, from UGC Content Creation. Keep your eyes out. Look forward to that. Again, Upland has a contest going on with a Ledger contest right now that rewards people for spending USD. That USD can go to Upland. You can buy assets directly from Upland. You can participate in these sales, or You can participate in the UGC community, spending USD to buy from Meta Ventures and buy from people who are creating unique content that is new, content that is user generated, and you get a reward. And again, you are participating in the community and supporting those who are putting that art together. So looking forward to that event as well. Do want to put out that we are right at the end of the year. We're headed right into the holidays. I will be broadcasting tomorrow to see some of the pieces and bits and what happens with Park City tomorrow and how it mints and going over that. But I do want to remind everybody it is a holiday season. There'll be limited participation from the game of Upland. We will likely see that staff is off. But it is also a time to remind ourselves it is the holiday season. So happy holidays to all those who are celebrating. Like I said, Hanukkah and Christmas happen to be on this coming Wednesday, both of them. Again, Hanukkah starting the first night of Hanukkah on the 25th, as well as Christmas on Wednesday, the 25th. A number of other holidays, Kwanzaa happening this time of year. Some people did just celebrate Yule and solstice. So there's a lot going on this time of year. Happy holidays. Best wishes to everybody who has something going on. And again, reminder that it is not uncommon to see availability of support staff be a little bit longer than normal when people have days off and everything right around the holidays. But for tonight, thank you so much for being here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. We will be back tomorrow on YouTube, on Twitter, in the Upland Plaza, on Tuesdays and Fridays, and on the Upland Discord again every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. PT. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday if you can make it for the UPX podcast holiday celebration. Thank you for being here. If you're in the Upland Discord cafe, feel free to unmute your mics. The floor is yours.